What's that? Um, whew, it's crazy cold out here today, but I guess it's another day. But I want to talk about something. It's been like, well, the reason I want to talk about this specifically is because I realized something about myself. Well, I realized something about myself. I have a problem. I don't have a problem communicating. I could say exactly what's necessary to be said for somebody to understand what I'm trying to say. Then I realized I'm incapable of saying exactly what I'm thinking. I don't know, does it make sense? But that I'm gonna talk about later on though. But it had me thinking about a whole bunch of, you know, a whole bunch of a web of, of questions and curiosities I guess hit my head, and I was thinking about something very important. I think it is very important, but we don't we don't see the importance, so we don't see the we don't see the importance, yes, of it specifically, and so the difference between emotions and feelings, right, right. The difference between emotions and feelings. We tend to say, I don't want to hear how you feel about it, or like they ask you, how are you? You say, I'm good. You know, is that an emotion? Is or a feeling? You know. So by definition, bless you, bless you. So by you good. So by definition, an emotion is an instinctive, by definition, an instinctive, a natural instinctive state of mind deriving from one's mood, relationship with others, or a circumstance. So that's what an emotion is. It's a state of mind. It's an instinctive, natural state of mind. So it's a feeling, right? By by definition of feelings. Feelings, by definition. Listen to this. A feeling is an emotional state of mind. Remember, we just defined what an emotion was, right? Now, if an emotion is natural instinct, but a feeling is an emotional state of mind, what's the difference between the two? You know? And is it good to utilize feelings? Is it good to be emotional, or is it good to feel whatever the feel? And the reason I want to talk about it though is because in society we created, specifically society we created, we before I should say, we did not value feelings. We didn't speak on how we felt prior. We didn't speak on how we felt. Let me just say, as men, we don't speak on how we feel. You know, or like they say, ask you how you doing, you're gonna say, "Oh, I'm good," but you know, never really speak on how we feel. And I think when you do that for so long, you get into an emotional state of mind, then you start getting feelings. You know, you're in your feels, or quote unquote, you get in that emotional state of mind. Now, mind you, the reason it's an emotional state of mind because it's not just one emotion that's in there. Remember, we talk about emotions it's natural and instinctive, right? So every single time I feel like I'm pissed, and you know somebody asks me how you doing, I'm like, I'm good, and then 2 hours later, I'm happy as hell, you know, but I can't show nobody, or you know, I got feels for this one and like that. I can't really speak on it. The more it bottles up, the more it becomes an emotional state of mind. Yes, the more it becomes an emotional state of mind, because now you don't have one emotion you're dealing with. You have a whole bunch of different emotions. So that leads you to, I guess, say, feel a lot more. And then I was like, is it a bad thing to feel, or is it a bad thing to? I think, I think personally, I think feelings are personal. Emotions are natural. Feelings are personal. What do I mean? Nothing can make you feel anything without your consent. But without your consent, you could feel feeling, the emotion behind the feeling, I should say. When I when I get burned, I felt that feeling. When she screamed, and I heard it, and but my reaction, or the emotion behind that feeling, she put in, or behind the feeling, what the fuck, you know, that's the emotion. And I think that's the emotion. Well, you let me first. You talk to me about it in comments first of all. But let's continue this a little bit. All that said, though, this got me thinking about something crazy again. Love. We all know what that is, right? Well, do we really though? I just ask myself, is it a feeling or an emotion? Because when I say it makes me feel something, a feeling or an emotion, is like we said, emotions are natural, instinctive. It's things you can't control. So what about love itself? Would be instinctive, attraction. I think that's I guess I could say you can't control it, but at the same time, most of what we know about love itself lies towards quote unquote feelings. But we just learn their attachments. Feelings are, well, an emotional wreck, a bowl of emotions. That's what feelings are. So I guess you could say love's of unconditional love. You could say is a emotion, I guess, because it got no strings behind it. For unconditional love, somebody could be fucking pissed at them, and they still feel like I want them good for them. I want them to grow, to do this. Like that's kind of the kind of love. You don't have to have feelings behind it. Well, I think, as I'm thinking, I should say, but an attachment, feelings, attachments. So I guess we could say feelings are emotions with attachments, and the attachments would be like, I guess I'd call it so I guess feelings are personal because it's just how you react to that emotion. Some people react differently when they're in love, I guess. Some people react differently when they're mad. Some people react differently. So I guess you could say it's an opinion. A feeling's an opinion. So if it's just an opinion, then how would you react to it? Or do we even react to it? I don't know. Reacting to emotions creates feelings. So how do you deal with emotions then? You don't want to react. You can't react to them. Observe them, I guess. Say. Analyze them. Understand that they're there. When you're mad, you don't react to being mad because you're gonna say control your emotions with self-control. Self-control. So I guess we don't gotta. The way we deal with emotions is not to feel for them, rather. Woo! This is a crazy ass topic, man. Analyzing them and then reacting based off not them being there, rather the fact of you knowing that they're there. In a way, it gives you an edge over it, I guess you could say. Feelings, though. I believe feelings are opinions, are personal opinions, or emotional, emotional opinions. That's what it is. That's what feelings are. I think. I think you don't have to tell somebody. I feel like you're an asshole, or I feel like you don't have to tell nobody. I feel like when you say I'm feeling, usually it starts with an I. It's rare that when people say feeling or talk about feelings, it's rare that they're talking about somebody else's feelings. Right? It's usually I feel this, I feel that, and usually they're the person who probably say I don't give a fuck, or just think I don't give a fuck, or just hear you out because you're gonna say what you want to say. Yes. That's how you feel, quote unquote. But emotions, on the other hand, it's like a fat ass vibe. Like it's just an aura. When you're emotionally mad, you don't have to act on it or react to it. Like that aura is just around. But observing it, acknowledging it, analyzing the fact that it's there, not ignoring, putting it on the table and say, you know what, this part is for me knowing the fact that I'm mad right now. I think analyzing that gives you an opportunity to kind of zoom out and look up other things on the plate. Look at other emotions, or even it can help you utilize it. If you're mad, you don't react to it. Most people around you are going to be, well, they call it quote unquote being on eggshells. But if you know you're mad and you're not reacting to it, but they feel you being mad, they're going to be trying to do things to lift up your spirit. That's not things you've asked for. That's not things that you react that they do because of your reaction to you being mad. No, it's them trying to kind of balance the energies between of the vibes they feel the person, because it's there. That's for being mad, being sad. Somebody's gonna try to they're gonna do nice things for you, but if you're sad and you keep talking about it, if you keep talking about how you feel, most people are gonna be more prone to not feel nothing for you. Why? Because it's almost like you're entitled to be felt something for. You're an emotional wreck. You're emotional. You got too many. You're in your feelings. You're not really speaking your emotion. You're just emotional. That emotion. That every emotion. Yeah, that's crazy. That's what I'd be thinking of. What I'd be thinking. I think that's the biggest key to even being successful. Knowing your emotions, not controlling them, because you can't control all your emotions. That's impossible. They're instinctive thing. You don't just command you being scared like that. It happens when it happens. You don't command love to come in your life. No, you just gotta you know gradually feel love, and then also in the actual love starts laying down in your life, whatever it is. So yeah, I think feelings, opinions, like opinions, keep them to yourself. I'm not saying don't speak on your feelings, because there's the society we live in, we've confused the two, emotions and feelings. When we get depressed, that's and you don't talk about it. You create different feelings inside you. You create different emotions inside you, and all those emotions become a feeling. Remember what we said, feelings are, right? Emotional wrecks. That's what feelings are. It's just your body not being able to, or your mind not being able to understand what's going on with that specific emotion. It's a crazy song. I think it is. But as we're talking about feelings, and now I told you there are opinions. Just like what I'm doing right now, everything I'm saying right now is just what I think. It's my opinion. You don't gotta listen to nothing I'm saying. This is just how I'd be thinking on a regular. It'd be on my head. You know? Don't try to control your feelings. Just understand that you have them, because there's emotion you don't understand. Emotions help us grow when we understand how to utilize them, because we can't control them, like I said. But when we learn how to utilize the emotion itself, you start getting in motion. I don't know if that makes sense, but so on that note, I feel like I'm gonna just leave you with that. What's the emotion under that though? I gotta get back to work, right? Right. Outerview. We inside though.